Hi guys, I'm going to do my first tag on here, and pretty much everyone in the booktubing community has already done this tag, but I felt like I might as well just slip it in towards the end. Somebody has to be last, right? So it's the Playing with Your Emotions tag, and I have it on my phone, so I'm just reading off from there. So if I'm looking down, that's why. The first emotion is happy. What book made me happy? I'm going to choose two books for happy, and the first book is going to be Anna and the French Kiss, and that's pretty self-explanatory as to why, because it was so good. The other book that I'm going to be choosing for this, for happy emotion, is going to be Will Grayson, because it was so cute as well, and I really loved it, and I love the cover as well, so that makes me happy. The next emotion is sad, and you can probably guess, as being a John Green fan, what book I'm going to be choosing. And that is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and I absolutely loved and adored this book. I pre-ordered it because I was so excited, but it was so sad in a really good way, weirdly enough. The next emotion is angry, and I don't really get angry with books very often, and books don't really make me angry, but if I had to choose one, I would choose The Ask and the Answer by Patrick Ness. Not because it was a bad book, because I absolutely loved it, but this book was just really, really good, but like some of the stuff and scenes that happened in the book didn't really make me angry because they were bad, but just made me angry because I was angry at some of the characters. The next one is nostalgic, and I don't have the book with me right now because my little sister is reading it, but a book that makes me feel nostalgic would be the Internet Girls series, Later Gator, TTFN, and then the first book is TTYL. These were really cute when I was young in middle school and stuff, and they were really great. The next emotion is scared, and this one took me a while to figure out, and I was talking to my mom about this tag, and she helped me figure out what I wanted to choose for this, because I forgot how scary this book was in a really more of an eerie way than a like freak you out kind of heart pounding kind of way. So yeah, let me just tell you what it is. And it is The Mirror by that person. I don't know. But I read this a while ago. I haven't fully finished it because I still have like a bit of the end to finish. But this is a really, really old book. I mean, it smells like old book, which smells good. Not many people know about this book, but if you find this somewhere, you should definitely check it out. It's really, really good. It's a sci-fi book, and I don't know, it's really, really good. If you'd like a review on this, let me know, and I can let you know what it's about and stuff. I chose Scared for this because there are some eerie parts. Not really scary, but more eerie, and just kind of kept you on your toes. The next emotion is surprised, and this one took me a minute to figure out, but I think I figured it out. The books that I chose for surprised were the Maze Runner series, and I only chose surprised because like every single chapter something else was thrown at you, and it was just very fast-paced, and I really loved how there were so many surprising elements in these three books, and I love this series so much. The next emotion is disappointed, and this one is really easy to figure out, and I'm guessing you probably can already guess it, and a lot of people didn't like this book, so yeah, let's just get on to what it is. I have chosen The Mockingjay from the Hunger Games trilogy, and you could probably already guess why, but the rest of the books, don't get me wrong, they were amazing. Catching Fire is my favorite, but Mockingjay just kind of sucked. So one of the other books that I'm going to throw into disappointed would be, sadly, very sadly, is Paper Towns by John Green, and it's not because it was a bad book, don't get me wrong, it was a good book, but it just fell, like I had better expectations for this book, and it ended up falling short for me. But I love all of his other books, just this one isn't really as great as the others. So I'm sad about that. I wish it would have been good, but it just kind of fell short for me. Not as bad as Mockingjay though. Mockingjay kind of really sucked. This one was just so-so. The next emotion is distressed, and this one took me a minute as well, but I've decided that I'm going to choose Pandemonium and Delirium, not because they were bad books, oh that's really awkward, but not because they were bad books at all. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love these. These are definitely going into my favorites, and I will love them forever and probably reread them at some point. But it's more by the fact that it's just distressing to know all the pain and all the crap they had to go through because the government just totally failed, and you know, the whole love is a disease. It's just very distressing to know that. The next emotion is confused. Now this one took me a minute, but I think I finally figured it out, and I'm going to choose Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Not because it was a bad book, I'm not even finished with it. I can't really show you where I'm at, but I'm like halfway through it, and I'm not saying that it's bad, just more it's kind of confusing, and I have to go back and forth and stuff because of the language in it and all of the words and stuff, so that just kind of makes it difficult to read, but it doesn't mean that it's bad. And also, I just wanted to show you really badly this amazing book. Look at it, Jane Austen, 7 novels. This is the Barnes & Noble, like, big, nice, binded, leather-bound, great one. I love it so much. And the writing in this is tiny, like, oh my gosh, there are so many tiny words. The print's horrible. So it's just kind of confusing to get into, but that doesn't mean the book's bad. Now, typically you would end right here, but there was an extra emotion added on by the booktubinator, which I will link to him and his video below. But it's grateful. He added on the emotion grateful, and this one took me a while because there are so many books that I'm grateful for because they add lessons to your life, and it's just really great. I love them so much, so it was really hard for me to figure out which book I was going to choose, but I chose 2 different books, and those are The Maze Runner by James Dashner, because he really got me started on dystopian novels, which I'm so thankful for and grateful for. And also the next book, let me set this down, the next book, or books, would be the, like, Moon series, I don't really know. It's Life as We Knew It, The Dead and the Gone, or Dead and Gone, and This World We Live In. And I really love this series because it really got me into apocalyptic books and really started that train and stuff, and it was really one of my very first books that I really got me into reading and loving it so much. So that is all of the tag, guys. I've got to go because the thingy's flashing at me like it's about to shut off. So I hope you liked all of my books. I'll have them all down below in my pants. There's a ton of links and stuff you can check out. And if you'd like to write comments on what you think or do a video response, you can totally do that. I tag everyone who's watching this video who hasn't already done the tag. And bye, guys. I hope you're having a great day. Subscribe if you want to see more of my face, and talk to me in the comments. Bye. My nose is so itchy.